Explained by the Billy Meier contacts, mysteries, myths, legends, conspiracy theories, historical inaccuracies, and more. Compiled by David Chance, revised October 18, 2023.
Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart death and burial. Contact Report 304.
First of all, it must be said that Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart died in Vienna on the 5th of December 1791, but he was not buried in Vienna. Mozart himself did not want to be buried in Vienna, but far outside the city on the edge of a forest, where he often spent many hours pondering, of which only his pupil Franz Xaver Süssmayr secretly knew. He then instructed him that he wanted to be buried in that beautiful place after his death. It was his wish that this would remain secret for all time. And when Mozart died, his pupil fulfilled his wish, and only 12 years later, on 17.9, 1803, took his secret with him to his grave. After Mozart's death, Süssmayr was able, with a little money, to buy a corpse from a gravedigger, which he placed in a coffin, which he immediately closed and which was then buried nameless as a poor coffin, without the followers of Mozart suspecting anything of it. The real cause of Mozart's death was pulmonary tuberculosis, which combined with many years of medication poisoning, to which was added Lyme disease caused by ticks with which he came into contact at the edge of the forest already described. Mozart was very seriously affected by this disease and also had to suffer very heavily from it.
Contact Report 704.
3. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, whose full first names were actually Johannes Chrysostomus Wolfgangus Theophilus one day after his birth, was a musician and composer of the Viennese classical period. His task was, as with other composers, to shape musical culture in a progressive way, and to spread it to the world in the future. With regard to Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart and Felix Mendelssohn Bartholdy, their entire evolutionary or progressive work relates to the general and very important influences of music on human beings, whereby the musical stimulation, impact and the scope of the effectiveness of the influence of music on human beings in relation to their forms of morality, ethos, ethics, and manners, and thus, of course, on their behavior, their lives, their shaping of life, and their conduct of life are of immense importance.